3, 2, 1, live.
What's up, guys? This is Big Dru. It's Friday, so you know what that means. Titan Lifestyle every Friday live at 2 p.m. John's actually out of the country right now at his boy's wedding, so I'm going to hold it down for him. We got a lot of great topics today. We have events coming up, and actually our topics today isn't an article I picked out. It's something that's been in my mind and something that I don't like in the fitness industry, and some other stuff going on too. We have the therapy of the week. That's huge. Actually, I want to jump right into our therapy of the week. Therapy of the week this week is IGF-1. If you guys aren't familiar with what IGF-1 is, it's basically like the closest thing I can compare it to is like a growth hormone, but without the increase in organ growth, hand growth, head growth, feet growth. But it's going to help your body utilize whatever type of nutrients it's taken in, and it's going to give you lean muscle mass. I've been taking IGF-1 for maybe about 2 months now, and I'm noticing a huge difference. The only thing I'm doing right now is HRT, 200 milligrams tesipinate, and I've actually increased my IGF to a little bit more of a dosage. But I've noticed a huge difference. I've noticed literally zero side effects. So a lot of times, if guys are taking stuff, they look great, they can work out, they lose body fat, gain muscle, whatever their goals are, but they feel like crap. IGF-1 actually feel good. It gives me a sense of well-being. I'm able to train longer. You could spot inject it just like your Hercules Potion. So if you train arms, you can put it in your arms. Or you could also do it sub-Q and it's systematic. So it's going to hit your whole body just like the Hercules was regardless. So if you guys are interested in IGF-1, call us here, 727-389-3220. A lot of people are calling here asking about, do we have growth hormone? Do we have HGH, which is human growth hormone? We don't prescribe that here at Titan Medical, but we do prescribe IGF-1. So if you guys aren't familiar exactly what IGF-1 is, Google it, look it up, shoot me a DM. I could break it down more for you. But anyone who wants HGH, I highly suggest you go straight to the IGF-1. Because HGH is going to translate into IGF-1 anyways. IGF-1 is a lot safer. It's going to make you feel better too. Growth hormone will actually make you feel tired. It'll actually make you have water retention. It can actually make you gain weight. Not so much fat, but water retention to blur out the muscle. IGF, completely different. Lean, hard muscle gains. Ladies can take IGF-1 if you want to lose body fat. The smaller doses, obviously, but IGF-1 is a great supplement. And again, I would highly recommend everybody who's want HGH growth hormone. IGF-1 to me is even better. It's a lot safer, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper. Let's see who we got on here today. Hulk Squad. Shout out to Hulk Squad. We got Miss Stacia. We got Victor. We got D. Civarelli. He said, just reordered Titan Dose IGF and love it. Yeah, I love it too. And again, we have 3 different doses of IGF. So if you guys are interested in IGF, call the number. We have 3 different doses, 3 different prices. We have a low dose, medium, and a high dose. So I would recommend working your way up to the high dose. You never want to take high dose anything up front. You want to test your body out, see how it is first, because you might not need that much. So just take a low dose to start. And again, if you like it, we can slowly increase the doses. There's 3 different doses for IGF. Shout out to Hulk Squad saying, what's up, Titans? We got Harless on here. We got a lot of people on here. Guys, I love questions, and I love you guys to send me your flag or city. If you're calling in or you're tuning in from another city, another state, or even another country, shoot me your flag. That's like the new thing now. Everybody gets, we should start giving away T-shirts for people that rep their flags from other countries, because you guys can't even get our products. We don't ship internationally, but you're still calling every week. You're still showing us love, and you're still asking questions, which is great. So give us a shout out. Also, let us know where you're calling from or where you're tuning in from. Crypto Chris, shout out to Crypto Chris. We got Harris, Igor Markinovich, Ahmed Rizella 8311. A lot of people on today. So again, keep tuning in, keep asking questions. I'll be here as long as you guys keep asking questions. I'll stay here. Okay, first topic of the day. This is what I hear. The biggest crave in the whole fitness or weight loss, community or industry, what you would call it, is semaglutide, which is we call it Aries here at Titan Medical. That's our name for semaglutide. Semaglutide will basically you'll lose 20% of your body weight regardless of a change in diet or exercise. So what that means, if someone weighs 200 pounds and they just take this without changing their diet, without changing their exercise, or actually not even exercising at all, they're guaranteed to lose 20% of their body weight. So someone that's 200, they take this, they'll be 180. So it happens fast, and one of the main reasons that it's going to slow down the digestive process. So in other words, if you eat food, normally it takes your body a certain time to digest it, but with the Aries, which the main ingredient is semaglutide, it's going to slow down that digestion process. So when you eat, it's going to keep you feeling full longer, so you're not putting the food in. Now, one thing I do have to let you guys know is a lot of people want to lose body fat, but they also need to eat. I'm a bodybuilder. I want to gain weight, but actually stay leaner. So if you quote unquote want to trick your body and do it the right way, if you're looking to gain lean muscle mass and drop body fat, but you still want to be able to, not eat so much, combine your Aries with your, yes, this is it, MK-677. Now, a lot of times you guys are thinking, I'm going two different avenues. MK-677 is going to make you gain a ton of weight and, add a little bit of water retention, big strength increase, lean muscle mass. And Aries, which is semaglutide, that's going to make you lose body fat, lose weight, and lose your appetite. So MK-677, one of the main side effects for me, for everyone I've heard, they can't take MK-677 for longer than 2-3 weeks at a time because your appetite is stimulated so much. I mean, you will literally eat any and everything. Like anything in my house, I'm eating it. I eat rice, steak. 20 minutes later, I'm starving. So to combat the hunger, take Aries with your MK. The Aries is going to control your appetite, while the MK is going to give you that lean mass so you're not eating so much. So I would recommend taking your MK before you go to bed, because it's going to help with your sleep, and then that way you don't have to worry about your cravings, and just take your Aries, which is semaglutide, as directed by your medical provider. MK-677 is a capsule. It's not an injectable, so you could take it first thing in the morning. You could take it midday. I like to take mine at night because, again, it helps me sleep better, and I don't want to be thinking about eating all throughout the night, so take it before you go to bed. But if you want to go get big and shredded at the same time, that's what we always do as bodybuilders. We want to get big and be shredded at the same time. Aries controls your appetite. MK-677 for the lean muscle gain. So giving you guys a secret, even though on paper it may be like, wait, this one's going to make you gain weight, this one's going to make you lose weight, you got to control that appetite. And again, if you guys want to increase your appetite, just take the MK without the Aries. You're going to eat like a horse, you're going to train good, you're going to sleep good. And again, the only side effect I really notice from MK is sometimes it'll make people lethargic, but again, I take mine at night, so it's not going to make a difference. And again, your appetite's going to go way up, but the Aries can control that. Anybody else?
Yeah, we got a couple good questions. S. Pearly, remember him?
S. Pearly, I'm not sure. I got too many monitors in front of me right now. I'm trying to figure out. Here we go.
Right here, SB.
Oh, there we go. Sebastian.
Yeah, Sebastian.
Nice, Sebastian. Shout out to Sebastian.
Like
Great guy type.
I think he's starting semaglutide today. Looks
like he's starting semaglutide. Semaglutide is going to be great for you. Sebastian, he's got a lot of muscle mass. He's tall. It's going to get that waistline tight. He's going to look pretty nasty once that semaglutide kicks in.
Kim looks like she's got semaglutide starting.
Kim Fit-Ass Haynes, the best IG name to date on this show. She says she's starting next week. So yeah, Aries is like huge. It's like the number one thing right now for fat loss. If you ladies or guys are in contest prep, getting ready for a bodybuilding show, I would actually highly recommend Aries as well, because it's going to control your cravings and it's literally going to get you shredded. So again, like I said, Aries is going to make you lose 20% of your body weight regardless of diet and exercise. So if you're a hardcore bodybuilder, if you're a gym rat, if you're someone that eats clean and goes to the gym every day, it's going to be even more ridiculous. So I mean, it's going to happen. It's going to happen quick. Your waistline's going to get smaller. Your muscles are going to be fuller, and you're going to feel awesome. Liz Turtle just joined. Lisa Turtle. Shout out to Lisa Turtle. Tammy Cash. What do I do to grow? Victor Trevisan is acting what he could do to grow. In terms of therapies that we have here at Titan Medical, I would obviously recommend HRT. So always want to get your blood work done before you start anything to figure out where you're at, figure out what's going to work best for your body. So I'd obviously say HRT as a base. You always want to run tests as a base if your levels show that you need it. So if your levels are below a certain mark, we're going to prescribe that for you. If your levels are higher than what is optimal, we're not going to do it because it's not, you're already past the limit. But HRT I'd recommend for Victor. Also MK-677, that's going to make you eat literally like a horse. And the thing is, when you eat a lot of food, a lot of times you feel bloated all day. I never really get that. I just keep eating and eating. It's almost like, where does the food go? So get your diet on point. Get your HRT and also MK-677. Those are the fundamentals of mass building stuff we have here at Titan. ECA, Hercules, all that stuff helps more so for your focus, your pump, and your workouts. But if you want to get big, clean food, a lot of water, MK-677 HRT.
That's a good one right here. Help squat. Is there a max ml to that you can be taking? Potion?
No, there's not really a max ml you could be taking from Hercules Potion. Again, it's just aminos. It's not like you're taking anabolic steroids. It's not like you're taking caffeine. It's not like you're taking, any other type of stimulant that can make your heart, get going too fast. Hercules Potion is just aminos. So I've known people to take 1 ml every day. I've known people to take literally 10 mLs before they train. And that sounds crazy, or it might seem crazy, you guys. But again, that's no different from mixing up 4 or 5 scoops of garbage BCAA powder and mixing it up and drinking it. The only difference with the Hercules is you're not going to have that indigestion. You're not going to have that heartburn. You're not going to lose some through excreting it through urine or sweat. So again, you can go up 10 mLs. I mean, I've even seen people go higher. Some of our athletes during bodybuilding shows will actually go up higher. They're backstage, they need to pump. They don't have carbs in their system. I've seen them even go 10, 15 mLs. So I wouldn't recommend doing 15 mLs every day. You don't necessarily need it. But if you have a photo shoot, ladies, you want to get your glutes fuller, put 5 mLs on each side. Just move it around a little bit. It'll temporarily inflame the muscle, give a pump. So now when you do those photos, everybody wants to have that booty looking right. Your booty look a lot rounder. And bikini girls too. You guys only weigh 100, 110 pounds on stage. Put 2 mLs in your glutes before you go on show. When you hit that back pose, it's really gonna pop. And guys, arms, biceps, triceps. If you have lagging body parts that you need to show, I would only use it in that. So in other words, if your right arm is bigger than your left, only put the Hercules in your right arm. So just even it out. You want to stay symmetrical. If one arm's stronger than the other and bigger than the other, if you give them both, it's kind of not going to make them equal. So I would recommend using it on your lagging body parts. And again, use it on a body part that the Hercules is going to absorb. The needle needs to be buried into the muscle. Don't go at an angle. Don't go a little bit underneath the skin. Whatever needles our medical providers tell you to use or send to you, make sure the needle is straight into the muscle all the way down so it's in there. You don't want that Hercules sitting underneath the skin. It's going to look like a pimple. And again, you almost waste your money because it's not being into the muscle. Hercules isn't sub-Q, it's IM. So you want to make sure it's in the muscle. If you have a lot of fat around your glutes, don't put it in your glutes because it won't reach. You might need a longer needle, which is a whole nother show. So, put it where you're going to feel it. If you flex your arm and it feels hard right there, you can get it in there. If it feels soft anywhere, you might want to, rethink putting it there because you want it to be in the muscle. What else we got on here? Poetically 90, Stark's Way join, Culture Divine join, Ironhead Hooligan. I like that name. Kemp Donovan or Dovin. See what else we got on here. Yeah, let's get back to our next topic. Beware of fake personal trainers and competition prep coaches. This is huge. One of the main things I see with all these fake coaches is they'll have a body that people want to look like, but they'll have no knowledge of nutrition and training, or resting or supplementation or anything. But they'll have a body that looks right. So what they'll do is they'll just take a picture on Instagram with the shirt off or whatever, if it's a lady, with sports bra showing the stomach and abs. And then they'll say that they're a competition prep coach or a trainer just because they look a certain way. Don't judge a book by its cover when it comes to trainers. When it comes to results, that's different. But just because someone looks a certain way doesn't necessarily mean they work to get there. Now, if I see someone who's shredded, ripped up, and they used to be like 300 pounds, now the guy's like 200 ripped up, clearly he knew what he was doing to get there. But a lot of these trainers are living off their genetics. They've looked that way since high school, and now they're all of a sudden personal trainers. Everyone's a trainer. Everyone's a coach. And the problem with that is what I've seen now, especially in the bodybuilding community, a lot of these trainers want to be known as good trainers where they get a lot of results. So they'll make their clients take a ridiculous amount of supplements, which isn't healthy, just because they're like, oh, he's going to look a certain way or she's going to look a certain way, and now I'm going to get more clients. Not good. Not good at all. If you're going to go with a trainer, go with a reputable trainer. Look at their work. See what athletes they've been with. Don't just go off the way they look. Don't go off of their IFBB Pro. Just because someone's an IFBB Pro does not mean they're a trainer. I know women that especially do bikini that have had a great physiques their whole life that literally train for 4 weeks, go get their pro card, and they still know nothing about working out. And now they're IFBB pro, and now they're a competition prep coach. Not good. And another thing too is with the whole prep game, if someone gets that pro card, now they're a prep coach. What they're doing is they're reselling the meal plans that their coach gave them, and it just snowballs on and on. You know, I watched a video about it the other day. You know, people are literally cut paste with the same exact font that their coach gave them, and then they gave it to you, and so on and so on. All plans should be customized for their athletes, and you gotta want to be safe. Too many bodybuilders are dying right now, and I believe we can't really blame the coach or we gotta blame everything, but I know coaches have a lot of part to do with it, because if you're someone that is just die hard, I'm gonna do whatever my coach says, you're basically putting your life in your coach's hands, which isn't really that good. If your coach says, you know, you may come to Titan Medical, we may tell you take 100 milligrams of testosterone cypionate a week. That's what your blood work shows. That's what the medical provider. That's the safe way. Then your coach may say take 1,000 milligrams. No, not good.
It's not doctor prescribed.
It's not doctor prescribed, and not only that, when you take higher doses that's recommended, you're going to have higher chances of side effects, which mean you have to take more anti-estrogens, more of this, and then by having that, you're going to have other issues. So you're literally going to take 5 different things just to combat those side effects. And not only that, you don't really need to go that high. You don't need to go 1,000 milligrams of testosterone. You don't need to go, 2 MK-677s a day. Take 1 MK, 200 mgs is our top end of testosterone cypionate. So I've heard people say before, yeah, my doctor prescribed me 1,000. No, he didn't. No, he or she didn't. You can't. That would put you way over the legal or the optimal level. The optimal range for testosterone for men, it's like 850 to 900 milligrams. So, I mean, we've had people come in here with 2,000, 1,500, and all this stuff. So, keep it optimal, keep it safe. And you won't have to, and it's a lot less money you have to spend, too. I mean, it's way, way, way too much.
All right, so we got a good question. Now I'm going to direct them to to call the line, but it's right there. I don't know, Tammy Cash?
Tammy Cash said, how long does it take most of your injectables to work? How long will your products stay in the system, in particular your hormone therapy? Well, touching in particular on the hormone therapy is usually testosterone-based therapy. If it's testosterone cypionate has a life on it about 2 weeks. So technically, it's going to stay in your system about 2 weeks, but optimally, you want to take it twice a week. So as long as you take it as directed, you should be good to go. And again, you could take cypionate once a week. You're still going to get the same quote-unquote results your blood work will show, but it's not going to keep your blood levels stable. When your blood levels are stable, that's when you don't have side effects, when you sleep better, you feel better, you don't have breakouts, you don't have oily skin, when everything's stable. If you start taking injections at different times, your blood level gets out of whack, and that's when you have a problem. So again, it'll stay in your system. Stay in your system for about 2 to 3 weeks. So once you stop your testosterone cypionate, it's usually about 3 weeks, 4 tops, before it's fully out of your system. And our faster acting testosterone, which is testosterone propionate, that'll be out of your system in actually a day or 2. So if you're taking, you could always recommend to our medical providers, if you're taking cypionate, I want to switch over to propionate or even enanthate. We also have test blends too. So if you do propionate and testosterone, you're going to have to do more injections every other day, which can be a pain. So I would just always recommend cypionate, and again, it's going to be out of your system in about 3 weeks.
Now
Big Rod, shout out to Big Rod on here.
The
OG Titan. Been with Titan the longest.
The amino acids and vitamin injectables, how long do they stay in the system?
With the amino acids and vitamin injectables, they're going to be out of your system a lot quicker. First of all, because it's a vitamin, it's not a hormone. So anything that's a vitamin, it's going to be in and out of your system quick. Another thing, too, with Hercules Potion, it's a water-based injectable. If you guys aren't familiar with water and oil-based, oil, basically, I mean, pretty much if you have oil, it takes longer to dissolve than water does. If I have water on the table, it goes away quick. If I have oil, it kind of lingers. So it kind of does the same thing in your body. Testosterone cypionate, it's usually grapeseed oil or cottonseed oil or sesame seed, some type of oil that they use so it lasts longer. Whereas Hercules, it's water-based, and you're only doing, 0.2 to 1 mLs of it in a small insulin syringe. So it's in your system, it hits your system fast, and it's basically out of your system quicker.
Frank shot you a DM.
Frank, shoot me a DM. I'll check my DMs tonight. And anybody has any questions that they want to ask that they're not comfortable with asking here, shoot me a DM. I go through my DMs pretty much every day throughout the day, so I'll go through there and answer any questions you guys have. Tammy Cash, thank you, but doesn't testosterone give women manly hair on their face? Yes, it will if your levels are too high. All women have testosterone to a certain point. They have a little bit of testosterone, so women don't have zero testosterone. They just have a lot less than men. Some women have higher natural testosterone than others. So some women may be able to put on muscle more. They may have a little bit more hair growth because that's just how they are. It wasn't like they took anything. Everyone's different. So as long as you're taking your testosterone like your medical provider tells you, and you're not going out of that range, you're not going to have that problem. Again, when you guys hear of female bodybuilders taking testosterone, they're taking like twice as much as a grown man would take, or even a bodybuilder would take. So they get, so their voice gets deeper, body hair growth, enlarged clitoris. There's a lot of problems that women could have when they take too much testosterone. Everything is good within reason. So again, yes, women can take testosterone if their levels are off, and as long as you take it the safe way, like our medical provider tells you, not your coach tells you, not the internet tells you, not your friend who's also on HRT tells you. What our medical providers tell you to take, do it the safe way. You won't have to worry about that. But yeah, if you take a high dose of testosterone, you'll definitely grow some facial hair. Your voice will definitely get deeper. You'll grow more body hair, and you can also have an enlarged clitoris, which is not just a little bit. It's noticeable enlarged clitoris. So that's a whole nother problem. And when you have those issues, they don't go away. As long as once your clitoris enlarges or your facial hair comes, when you stop taking the product, it doesn't go away. So it's there. Your voice, women, if your voice gets deep, it's staying that way. So, I mean, you got to be very, very careful, especially if you're a woman that your voice is like your profession. If you're a singer, if you're a telemarketer, if you do radio, if you do TV, any type of thing where your voice is important, be careful. Be careful. Keep the questions coming. I love the questions, guys. Real good stuff. Yeah, keep them coming.
You want to do some events?
Yeah, let's do some events. We got a bunch of them coming up. You know, we slowed down a little bit past couple months. The events are starting to pick back up again. Carnival, we had Carnival last week, and that was great. Pied Piper put on a great event. Carnival, downtown Tampa. Lil Jon was there. Dead Mouse was there. Shaggy was there. So it was crazy. It was a great event, but we have more events coming up. The next one is June 4th. That's the World Class Fight League. I love watching these MMA fights. It's going to be a great show over there. I believe it's at the Bryan Glazer. That's where it usually is.
Yes, sir.
But fight night, basically MMA fight. We'll have VIP. We'll be sitting ringside watching the fight. Sponsored by Titan. We'll have a couple girls over there at the booth with the table set up. So if you guys want T-shirts, come by, hit the iPad, name, email, you get a free T-shirt. You can also watch the fight. They got food and drinks at the fight too. So you can come to the fight, have a couple drinks, eat if you want to, and you're really close to everything. Like it's you're right there. Even if you're not in the main VIP, everything is right there. It's loud. You could hear the hits. I love it. And my favorite thing is the females. Like the females, I love watching the females fight. For me, I'm a bigger guy, so when I see fights like these guys are like 160, 170, I'm like, you know, I need to see like some size. But when the women go out there, I love it. I love it. It's crazy. But after that, we have the Puerto Rico Pro. That's June 17th. That's going to be in Puerto Rico. Tim Gardner, shout out to Tim Gardner for that show. Again, that's in Puerto Rico. It's a pro event. Also have an NPC event there too as well during the Puerto Rico Pro. So if you guys are trying to get qualified or anything like that, you can check out that show. That's in Puerto Rico. And again, that's June 16th. June 18th, the day after, we're also sponsoring a show, the Mid-Florida. That's here in Florida. It's going to be in Orlando. Deke Warner is the head promoter of that show. We do his shows every year. We're great friends with Deke over here. So I'm looking forward to that show. Looking forward to going there, see who's going to compete in it. And again, that's in Orlando. That's June 18th, and I believe it's going to be at the Rosen. I believe it's a Rosen Center or Plaza. I'm not sure. Rosen Plaza. There's like 40 different Rosens. I say this every time, but it's the one on International Drive, 9800 International Drive. So you guys can't miss it. And again, that's June 18th. That's the Mid-Florida, sponsored by Titan Medical, and it's a Deke Warner show. After that, all the way to August 4th, the Tampa Pro. Not the New York Pro in Tampa, the Tampa Pro. This is one of my favorite pro shows here in Tampa. It's a great show every year. Again, it's sponsored by Tim Gardner and Titan Medical. Tim Gardner's a promoter. We're the sponsors. It's a pro show and it's an NPC show. So again, if you guys are trying to get qualified to get your pro card, you could do this show or come do your show, and you could also watch the pros too. What people don't realize, the Tampa Pro is actually an Olympia qualifier. So we're going to have the best of the best bodybuilders trying to compete to go to the quote-unquote Super Bowl for the Olympia, which we will be at too this year. That's going to be crazy. Tampa Pro, August 4th. After that, we'll be right back in Orlando to see Deke once again for the Florida State Classic. That's August 13th. Again, it's going to be in Florida. Same venue, same promoter, and again, we're the same sponsor, title sponsor, Titan Medical. All categories for that: men's physique, men's bodybuilding, women's physique. We'll have wellness. Wellness is one of the main categories blowing up for women, so that is a wellness show. Ladies, wellness ladies, you want to jump into this show, go right ahead. That's going to be August 13th. Now we're on to September now, September 8th to September 10th, the St.Pete Art and Fashion Show. These are always fun. Last year, it was a little bit more formal. I wore slacks and dress stuff. The ladies wore dresses. This time, I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be. It might be sporty. It might be formal. But it's a great event. Basically, you can see all the new Titan clothing and apparel. We'll be wearing it on the runway. Me, a couple of the guys, and a bunch of the girls will be modeling the clothes. And that's going to be, it's going to be September 8th to 10th. And that's in St. Pete, which is only about 30, 45 minutes from downtown Tampa, if you guys aren't familiar. Right back in Puerto Rico, October 1st for the NPC Puerto Rico. Now, this is the NPC show, amateur show in Puerto Rico, so it'll be a great show to go to. Puerto Rico is not that expensive either, and you don't need a passport. I repeat, you do not need a passport. So a lot of people are like, oh, I want to do Puerto Rico, but I don't have a passport. You don't need a passport for Puerto Rico. So if you want to do that show, October 1st, jump in it, no passport needed. And again, too, you'll be in the best shape of your life in Puerto Rico. So after you step off stage, you can cruise around, hit the beach, take some pictures, enjoy yourself in Puerto Rico. It's like perfect timing. After that, more Tim Gardner show. That's the Hurricane Bay. That's October 22nd, right here in Tampa. Another pro show that also has NPC. So if you guys are looking to get your pro card, looking to be nationally qualified, come check it out. You can qualify there, or you can come and just hang out with the pros, watch the pros. We'll have booths at all our events, whether it's this fashion show, whether it's the bodybuilding show, whether it's the car show. We always have a table set up with a couple girls there with iPads and free clothing. Come by. Again, all we need is your name and email, and that gets you free clothing at all of our events. Next, the Super Bowl of all Super Bowls, my favorite event of the whole year, the Olympia in Las Vegas. So it's back in Vegas this year. Last year was in Orlando. Last year was great too, but it's good it's back in Vegas. And again, it's not going to be at the crappy Orleans Hotel anymore. Thank God. It's going to be at Planet Hollywood, right on the strip. Great venue, right on the main strip of Vegas. So come down, watch the show. Again, come by the booth, hang out with me and the girls, take some pictures, get some free t-shirts, and then after it's over, you can cruise the strip. I'm not a gambler. I'm not really a going out type guy, but it's actually going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. So if you guys are going out type people, gambling type people, club type people, you like the nightlife, the bright lights, perfect. You can come watch the show, hang out. It's going to be great. I'm so happy it's at Planet Hollywood because that old venue it smelt bad, it looked bad, it was just terrible. So now it's completely different. And again, that's December 15th all the way through the 18th, and that's in Las Vegas. Last show so far, again, we're going to be adding stuff on. Last show is going to be December 3rd. That's the Cars and Couture event. Another car show that we do. If you guys want to see some crazy cars, McLarens, Lamborghinis, Bentleys, Phantoms, Ferraris, all kinds of cars, Jeeps, motorcycles, muscle cars, old school cars, new school cars, cars that you've never even heard what the name of the car is before. It's going to be there. I love these car shows because I always go and I just love seeing cars I've never heard before. Everyone knows Lamborghini and this and that, but sometimes you'll see a crazy car, and these people take their time with their cars. Like bodybuilding and fitness is my life. These car people are just as serious, if not more, than me. They take it serious. It's fun. Everyone thinks they have a great car until they go to this car show and they're like, I can't even. You could be riding around in the 2022 6 Series Benz thinking you're doing something. You show up there and they're like, nah, what's that? It's like nothing. So just like in everything, you always think you're the best until someone else better comes along. So stay humble, stay focused, and even if you got a car, bring it out there. Everyone starts somewhere. But that's going to be December 3rd, Cars and Couture. So I'm very excited about that. Any other questions we have? Those are 2 topics for today. I see Sebastian's on here.
He's on YouTube and Instagram.
Yes, Dan Willer said, "What's up, Big Dru and my guy Art? What's up, Dan Willer? Compulsive Fitness. Shout out to Elias on here. Haven't seen him in a while. How's the baby? I know he just had a baby. Shout out to Elias and the baby. Well, probably not a baby anymore. The way Elias eats, he trains, so the baby's probably getting big now." So, Dan the Man, what's up, bud? Oh, that's Art.
Tessa, remember Tessa? She's competed before.
Tessa Lynn Fit just joined, saying hello.
She helps Donna with events, so we'll be seeing her pretty soon at the fashion shows and whatnot.
Frederick CJ27's on here. Any other questions, guys, before I get off? Again, I touched on the topics today. We talked about IGF-1. That's in therapy of the week. I also talked about how you can combine Aries with your MK-677 to control your hunger and gain lean mass, stay lean and get big at the same time. And the last topic was beware of fake personal trainers. Your health is at risk, guys. You don't want to just listen to anybody. You don't just want to be careful. Again, Elias on here. That's a real trainer. We have a real trainer on here. Someone that's on here right now. He knows what he's doing. So I recommend him. I recommend myself, obviously, and I recommend, people that know what they're doing. Don't just go off someone that has the look. Go off someone that has the knowledge, has the rap sheet, has all that stuff. That's pretty much it today. I'll stay on a little bit longer to see if you guys have any more questions. This is Big Dru. I'm here every week, 2 p.m., Titan Medical, Titan Lifestyle. John should be back next week. He's actually out of the country right now at a friend's wedding. The views are sick out there, so hope he has a good time out there. I love when John Shrees get away for a little bit because they work so hard over here. So see you soon, Tessa. That's what Art says, and that's pretty much it for this week. We'll be right back next week at 2 p.m. If you guys are subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you go to our YouTube channel, hit the bell so you can be notified of videos like this, and obviously subscribe as well. We do have a podcast. If you guys have an iPhone, just click on your podcast, type in Titan Lifestyle. You can listen to all of our shows. We've done like 130 shows. So, there's a lot of information on there. If you guys missed information during the show or you were at work, couldn't make it, you can go on there and just watch the shows whenever you want to. And again, make sure you guys follow us on Instagram. Follow me on my Instagram. And we'll be back next week. Let's see.
We got one for you right here. So Dan he's been doing Titan Complete and Hercules Potion.
Yes.
He's getting on HRT, so that's going to be a game changer.
Nice.
Yeah, I talked to him the other day, and it's going to be everything times 10. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
He's going to be happy.
Nice. Good. I look forward to it. Dan Will, let me know how you feel off everything. Once you start your HRT, I'm not sure how old you are, but you're gonna feel 20 years younger.
Dan, how old are you, real quick? And then we'll get up out of here. All right. Yeah, and I would actually say we've got like 300 shows on the podcast now, including the Titan Talk. So we've got probably about 150 Big Dru lifestyles and 150 Titan Talks. So if you do the math, 300 episodes times like an hour each, that's like 3,000 hours.
Yeah, it's 3,000 hours, and again, we do these shows once a week, so that's 300 weeks. That's a long time. 52, Dan, you're going to love it, man. You're going to feel 32. Yeah. You're going to have the sex drive. You're going to have the appetite. You're going to have the recovery of a 30, even 25-year-old. You're going to love it.
Y'all better watch out.
Yeah, if you got a wife, she'll be happy about that, too. All you older guys, 40, 50, jump on HRT. Your wife will be very happy.
All right. Here we go.
That's pretty much it for today, guys. Once again, I'll be back next week at 2 p.m. Every week, John will be back with me. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. See you guys next week.